Right. And then I've done my About Me page. And that's about it. But I did figure out how to do all the stuff that you talked about. So what I'm hoping to do is I want to link this to my Google Classroom.
Right.
Once I figure out how to set that up.
I'll show you.
Okay. Sorry, who said I'll show you me?
Jan.
Jan did, but she's run into the same problem you did.
Oh, she is. Okay, so I'm not alone in that whole thing that I screenshot you.
Right.
What's wrong?
Okay.
Well,
And then, is there a way? Let's see. So I want to link this to my school website, this to my Google Classroom.
Yes.
I'm guessing since this isn't a true app, I can't just have parents click on this and get run up their email. It's just going to give my email address, right?
Right.
And then
it will take them to email. I'll show you.
Oh, cool. And then that one, I'm going to have it linked to the school phone because I don't want to give out my phone number to the parents.
We had ours. You can get a Google account, mail, or phone number too that'll work, but our school does it through what is it called? I can't remember.
Okay, and then this one right here, I'm going to link to our RenWeb, which Stacy's going to teach me all about at some point. And then, are you going to talk more about the calendar today, Jan? Because I saw the calendar on yours, but I didn't know how to actually create that on mine.
I'm going to show you a whole bunch of stuff today. I'm just trying to wait for our rest of our group to get on. I see Penny's on now.
And Cara's on.
Okay. So are we ready to get started? Let's have Penny and Cara, have you created or finished your class app to where you are ready to go to the next step?
Yes, I think so. And I also got my Bitmoji going and inserted.
Do you want to share it so we can see
I'll stop sharing. So there we go.
Okay, do you want the virtual classroom or the class app?
Your class app.
Okay, yep, I'll go ahead and share. And so, uh-oh. This is not it, hold on. Here it is. That was a blank one for my colleagues if I end up sharing with them. Okay.
Cute.
Okay, so the links are in. So when you have it presented, you can click on the different icons.
Okay, I'm going to show you something here in a minute where we have to protect the screen. So I'll show you how to do that in order to things don't get moved around when you share it with your families. So
I think you did it already, Jan. And so I have it protected so that you just, if you click on contact, it will take you to my email and the remind. You click back home and then the about me. I wrote a little poem where the kids can do the same thing and they would just change where I've underlined. And then different links I've put on. And so if you click on these, it'll take us to the my Google Classroom and so forth. I don't know how to move you guys. You're right in the middle of my screen.
I mean, that looks awesome.
Yeah.
It was super fun. But so Jan, I really recommend though, like when you sent the template, it was so much easier. To take your template and just change what I wanted to. And then I click on home, it takes me back home. And the same thing with Kara. I don't have a calendar yet or scheduled to put in there, but I would like to. The tech news isn't done. But it was a lot easier once I had your template.
Okay. I have another one that I'll show you, and I'm going to be sharing how to do some of those things again, because this is not just learning how to make the class app, but it's really learning how to make some Google Slides usable and slide deck for your students in any form and to keep it from being protected from them moving things around. So I'm going to go ahead and present my screen or share my screen so I can show you what I want to do here. So here is, and we have everybody back from our.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Jacob's
here's
back.
Cara's iPad.
Jacob back.
We don't have Jacob yet.
Okay, he may not be coming. I don't know. Okay, so here's my class app, and right now, I know Cara because I sent you. I sent you the template. It had the overlay, but if you didn't have that template, I'm going to show you how that works, and I'm going to also show you a little bit of an easier trick than what actually you had to do, Cara, because it got too messy. But if you see, Penny, did you have one or as well, or who am I? Was it Cara or Penny sharing? I'm sorry,
I was the one sharing. I didn't understand your question.
Oh, Penny sharing. So Cara, do you have one done?
Yeah.
Do you want to share yours first before I go on?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop. I apologize. I'm getting ahead of myself.
All right. So oh, okay. It's so different on the on the computer. Some things are easier, some things are harder. Oh, okay. So I just, so this is going to be the whatever Zoom schedule. This is going to be links to my favorite Crash Course Chemistry, Bozeman Science, link to the Google Classroom. What?
I can't see it. Are you presenting? Are you sharing your screen?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
It's you're sharing on the screen that you turned your camera off.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Back to Zoom. Oh, no, it's my computer quit. It kicked me out. So I'm rejoining.
I'm sorry.
This is why I've been doing both. And this is a good learning experience that this is what I may experience with my students is,
exactly.
You know, okay, so back to Cara's computer. Can you guys, okay, so share screen. Now, can you see it?
Not yet.
It says I'm screen sharing.
Have you signed in? You're signed
You guys
in,
can't,
right?
you guys can't see me? Because I can see me.
Here you come. There you are.
Is.
Okay. So, because I don't have a school and I don't know anything, I just kind of set it up that, let's see, where was contact me? Oh, over here. This is as far as I got. I'll stop moving. Just that, you know, I kind of had it set up. Oh, and then, you know, so I haven't done that part yet. But here's my favorite Crash Course Chemistry and Bozeman Science, and if they want to go to Khan Academy. But I was like, so that's as far as I got. I don't know what I'll be teaching. I don't know. So I was like, I'm not going to spend all this work. I'll just get a template.
Right. Okay.
I really like your email icon.
Oh, I used whatever we were told to go to, I think.
Flat icon.
Maybe I just wasn't paying attention.
Or who knows, maybe I pulled it off the internet, but I think I got everything from where it said free, whatever you told us last week.
Yeah.
All right, I'll stop sharing.
That is really nice.
That's awesome. So I'm going to share today, and Penny, because you had my template, it kind of was done for you, but I want you to know how to do this. So if you build a slide deck and you want your students to not be able to move things around, but to be able to click on links, there's a trick to doing that. So we're going to take here, I have my home screen. You know, this will be what my parents will see first on their thing. I have my contact information and about me page. I have links. Our district, since I talked to you last decided to go with Canvas, so I'm going to have a link to Canvas. I still am going to be using Google Classroom as well, so I'm going to have both. Ocelus is awesome. If you don't know about Ocelus, it's run by our state, and it takes you to all kinds of research information. World Book Online is just the encyclopedia online. Our school district website, our school website, school Facebook, district Facebook, and then Epic Book Reading is the links that I have right now. I could be changing, but I just went with what I knew for sure. My schedule, I do not even have a clue what our schedule looks like yet. We haven't been told anything other than we're going online, virtual for the beginning fall. Tech news, I'm just going to be typing in what each grade level's working on. Mostly at the beginning, I'm going to be teaching them how to save their work in Canvas, how to get to the assignments to help the teachers out, because I'm being the tech teacher. Tech calendar, just dates that might come up. District calendar, so parents can go straight to that, and then how to add it. I have some extra down here, just because I haven't deleted them yet. When you publish your class app, you'll want to get rid of anything, any of these extra, or copy your class app file into another file. So this is your working one, but you have another one to publish. So the way to get things to stay where they are, we're going to have to start with this one. What I want is a shape that's the same shape as my rectangle, or my little curved rectangle shape. So I'm going to click on that and just copy that and paste it, and I'm going to move it over here. And I need one for each box. So I'm going to also, I have it linked right now. I'm going to unlink it right now because, so you can see, hold on, I can't see.
You mean you have them grouped?
Not grouped, they're linked. Well, kind of grouped.
Oh,
but see,
right, okay.
So I'm going to make, right now, I'm just going to copy and paste that so I have 8 of them and just move them over so I can use them in a minute. This one, looks like I need one more. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, though, is I'm going to cover this whole screen with an overlay so that nothing can move. So I'm going to go to shape and get a rectangle and draw it right on top, the same size as my page right there. Just dropping it in, and you can adjust it if you need to. It just covers the whole page. But now it's got that color in it. So I'm going to go up to the fill color and then click transparent. And I'm also going to go to border color and click transparent. So there's nothing on there, just it's a transparent screen. And now I can see I need to move it over just a little bit, right? Because you want it to fill the whole screen. Everybody got that? Now I want everything that, anytime somebody touches anything on here, I want it to go back to that screen. So I'm going to link this shape, this clear overlay shape, to slide 1, or the first slide. So I'm going to go up to insert link and slides in this presentation and slide 1 and apply. Now, anytime I click on this, I can't go anywhere, right? Now, to get my contact slide, so I'm going to go get one of these boxes and cover my contact. Go to arrange, order, bring to front. And this is super important because I want that in the front, because I want to be able to click on this box, anywhere on this box, and have it go to my contact. So I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to go to fill color, make it transparent, border color, transparent, and then now I'm going to link this one to slide 2. So slides in presentation, slide 2, and apply. So now when I click on here and click on slide 2, it takes me to my contact.
Or go to present.
Not yet. Okay, so now just go ahead and do that with all of your other boxes, or little, you know, so I'm going to go here, first thing, arrange, order, bring to front, fill color, transparent, border color, transparent, and then link it to wherever your About Me is. So link, slides and presentation, 3, and apply.
Arrange.
Could
order.
you demonstrate one more time the overlay for the whole thing?
I'm going to go to the next one just to show you.
Okay.
So here's this one, and it does not have an overlay at all. Okay, so I'm going to go to shape, get a box, a rectangle, and I'm going to make it exactly the same shape as my picture here. It comes in white because I don't have the color. Then I'm going to go to fill color, make it transparent.
Okay.
Border color, transparent. Okay, and then I'm going to move it off because what I forgot to do was to get this. I want the same shape, so I'm going to copy and paste. Oops. My computer does not like copy and paste right now. Click on here. Apologize.
And then do we want to do the home button too?
Just a second. Yes, hold on. I'll show you. Oops. If I can get this one.
Jen, I have a question. Once you share with students and family, if you have them view only, they wouldn't be able to manipulate and move things.
It's not view only. I'll show you. You're getting ahead of me. It's a presentation. You're gonna, and it can be view only, but I'll show you how to do it, okay? So now I finally got it. Copy, and I'm gonna paste it so I have the exact size of the box. And my computer, there we go. I'm having a very difficult time moving things. Okay, so I'm just going to show you this one, and there's an icon here as well. So I want to make a box that's that size. So I'm just going to draw it over it. And move it over. Okay, and I'm gonna, right now, because it'll be just white and I won't be able to find it, I'm gonna put a color on it just so I know where it's at. Just so I can find it. Okay, so now when I go back over here, the overlay I want to be linked to this slide, because the only time I want them to be able to go anywhere is if they click on this part, right? So I'm going to bring this one first, arrange, order, bring to front for the overlay.
Here comes Jacob.
And then I want to take my home button here now. I moved the overlay over. I'm going to click on the home button and I'm going to do arrange, order, and bring to front on that button as well. Does that make sense? So now when I put the overlay back over the top of it and I click on that home button, it's in the front, so I can go back to the first slide. Okay, the other thing, instead of making these boxes over here, you could link every single thing and then bring them to the front. It just gets messy. So I'm going to take my email and I'm going to activate this by putting, sorry. I'm going to bring this back over to the top and arrange, order, bring to front, and then I'm going to link it, or I think it's linked already. There, see how I click on it? And it'll take him right to an email. So if I click on this right now, is it not going to work? Can you see what I'm doing, or did it go just stay in that? Because I'm only doing sharing. It didn't show. I'm only sharing screen with my desktop. Sorry. It takes you right to your email, but I'm only sharing my desktop. So
Do you have to link it specifically as an email, or does the program automatically recognize it as an email?
At the end of your email, if you press enter, it will recognize it as an email.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move the box over to the top of the email, because if they click on that instead, I want it to be linked. So I'm going to click on here on my email, and I'm going to copy that link, and then click over on my, oh, I forgot to, you know what I did? I forgot to bring it forward. So now it's stuck behind my overlay. So now I'm going to move it, click on here, arrange, order, sorry. Make sure that you bring your boxes to the front. Don't do what I do. Now if I click on here, I can go to link and then paste that.
You need to make it transparent.
I know. And
Okay.
then, yeah, and then go to fill color, transparent, border color, transparent. And now if they click here or here, it will take them to your email. Same with the phone. This will actually link to a phone, I guess. They said, I haven't played with that when it's in your, actually on their phone. But you can link that as well. So this page, the only thing left is that we needed to link this overlay to slide 2 if you haven't already done that. So slides in press, or slide 2. So you want to make sure that you click on the overlay and slide 2 and apply. So anytime else, when I'm clicking around here, the only time I go anywhere is if I click home or if I click on my emails. Everybody got that so far?
So does our home button have to be on our overlay slide?
You bring the home button, no, you just bring it forward to the front.
Okay.
So when you have the overlay over, so you move the overlay away, click on your home button, you go to arrange, order, and bring to front. So it'll bring it in front of that overlay.
Okay, because my overlay is just blank, right?
Your overlay is linked to the slide that it that it's
Okay.
on. So this is linked to slide 2. Because
Okay.
because my contact information is slide 2. Because anytime I click anywhere here, I want to make sure it's staying on slide 2. Okay, whoops, sorry.
We have a little bit of time to work on all this.
Yeah, yes. So why don't I give you time to work on finishing your buttons for this, getting it linked to the slides in the presentation, then we'll work on the next step. How about that?
Sounds great. Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm going to keep seeing, and again, I put this here, but I didn't bring it to the front. So I have to move my overlay off of this. Take this one away for a minute and put it back. It's just a little cumbersome, but you'll see why it all works here in a minute.
Stacy, can I, no, sorry, Janice, right?
Yes.
Okay, can I show you something really quick?
Uh-huh.
Or I'll wait till you're done.
Okay, let me finish this one and then
Yeah.
I'll, sorry. Okay, go ahead. You want me to stop sharing so you can share?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see, share. All right. Let me know when you guys can see it.
I can see it.
Okay. So I linked contact info to the contact. So is that what they're going to see? Like it goes to slide 3?
No, it'll actually just go straight to slide 3. I'll show you.
Okay. But that's what I was, and then my home, I have it just go back to slide 1.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. So whatever you have in slide 2 is empty right now. But
Yeah, that's my I guess I wanted to keep my background.
Move it to
Or
the-
it's my locked one.
If I were you, I would move it all the way to the end.
Okay. This is my unmovable background, PNG, not movable.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Okay, and you want that at the end?
Yep.
Okay.
And it won't mess up. Your slides will adjust to what slide they're on. It'll be okay.
Okay.
Your links. So just keep working on the first page. And when you're done, let me know. I'll go back and work on mine. Do you want me to keep sharing, or do you want me to let you just work?
Keep sharing.
Okay.
Okay, so I was not a good listener. So I'm on my contact information page and I have my email icon linked. Do I also link the thing that says email?
I did.
Okay.
But I used 2 different boxes.
Okay, awesome, thank you.
The way we were doing it, it was just so many different, before when we were linking every word and every box, everything, it was just too much.
Okay.
It works, but I just thought this is much faster.
Okay, but you don't have your mailing address linked to anything.
My mailing address, it goes straight to my mail,
What mail?
my email.
But so does email.
What do you mean my mailing? What are you talking about?
Can I see your contact?
Hold on 1 second. Let me get this one. Schedules 5.
Because
So-
you have 3 kinds of contacts or just 2?
Hold on. 2.
Okay. That expensive.
You have an address, okay? Physical address? Sure. Yeah, that's fine. You just don't link it to anything.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't think you could link it to the post office, but we could try. They're having their own problems.
You think? Okay.
Tech news 6.
And
Hey,
my
guys, I have a question.
Yeah.
If I'm linking something to slide 4, and then later I delete a slide, and let's say slide 4 becomes slide 3.
It adjusts for you.
Okay, thank you.
I know, because I've done that several times.
So I keep putting present mode so I can see what it really
You
looks like.
can. You can. I can show them that too.
Yeah.
Let me finish this so that I can. But it's, oh, why is this not? Okay.
So did we talk about the 3rd page?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're just doing the first page, getting that.
Oh yeah, because I haven't done that yet. Okay.
Okay, so Stacy wanted me to show you what it looks like in present mode. This is different than what your parents will see, but similar. So if I am in present now, I still have this bar down here, right? This navigation bar, can you see it? Yeah. So this is annoying. When we get ready to link it for our parents, that will go away. But if I'm in here right now, if I clicked on contact, you see how it just goes straight to my contact info, and I can get this thing out of my, I click on my home button, but my navigation bar, I can move it out of the way. Maybe, no, is in my way. we're gonna fix that. So now if I click on About Me, it's gonna take me to that page, but my home button is oh, well, I've linked it. We need to make sure yours is fixed and brought to the front. So all of these should work just like an app on your phone. It's gonna take you back and forth, okay? Not exit. Okay, let me show you the rest. So I stopped presenting it. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. So let's go back to here. What we need to do on the rest of your slides is you're going to need to do that cover, that transparent overlay, and then you also need to bring your home button to the front. Okay, so anything that you want to be clickable has to be at the front. So we've done contact. About Me is the easiest one because I don't care if there's anything clickable on this one. So I'm going to add my overlay. And the only thing I need to have come to the front after I get the overlay done is go back and make sure my home button is in front. But right now I'm going to arrange, order, and it's already at the front, so I don't have to deal with that. But I'm going to click on my shape, fill color, transparent, order color, transparent, and then link it to that slide number, whichever slide it is. Slides in presentation, so slide 3, and apply. Now I need to go move it over slightly and click on my home button and go back to arrange, order, bring to front. Now when I move my overlay back on top and I click on my home button, it can go back to the first slide. Okay, so I can do that. Links is going to be the next one that's going to, where you're going to have to find your links and add them to the address to your clear, transparent overlay. So you're going to start with your links by adding that first overlay. So go back to shapes. And make sure that it's covered all the way, because if they click on any little part that's not covered, it takes them to the next slide. So click there, arrange, order, it's still at the front, so I'm good. Oh, now I have 2. Let's get rid of that one. And go to fill color, transparent, order color, transparent, and then link it to your slide. So slide 4 for me, slides in presentation. Slide 4 and apply. And now I'm going to bring this off for a minute and take my home button and arrange, order, bring to front. So it's in where I want it. Now, if you know your address, like mine are linked on these little icons just because I didn't want to look everything up, but you just have to figure out what the URL is. Okay, so I'm going to click on this one. I don't have a link for my Canvas account yet, so I'm not going to worry about linking there. My Google Classroom, we don't know how it's going to link and work with Canvas, so it's not there. Oslis and Gail, I have a link. If I already have this link, I'm going to copy that link right now. Move my transparent, let's see, over. This is a lot of back and forth, and then I'm adding that overlay here. Arrange, order, bring to front, and I'm going to take that border off. And then I just have to go to the link and paste that link in there. And now it's on the front. So if I wanted, or parents wanted to go to this, they could just click on it. So so what you want to do is basically like we did with the first slide. You want to make sure that all of your apps or whatever you want them to go to is on the front with the front overlay, and the link is on this one. Does that make sense? So I'm going to give you guys some time to do that. Let me know when you're ready to move on.
So I did my overlay. I did the square. I did transparent. I did transparent. I had already linked the home button first, but now the home button's not working.
Because you need to move it over and bring it to the front. So
Okay.
move your overlay off, click on your home button, and then go to arrange, order, bring to front.
I can't seem to move my overlay anymore because it's locked.
It shouldn't be locked. Do you have an overlay on that one? It might be over here.
Well, what I did is I put the overlay, well, I linked it to the overlay slide, which was slide 8.
No, you want to link it to the slide that is, the overlay links to the slide that you're on every time. So the overlay for this one, for me, because I'm on slide 4, always links to the slide that you're on. Because when what it does is it keeps you from being able to go anywhere but that slide.
And unfortunately, now I can't, the link's off screen.
Down here where you can't see it?
Yeah.
Okay, this is my trick for that because it is so annoying. I grab the bottom of that overlay and I bring it up and see how I can see it better now.
Yeah, okay.
And then I bring that down.
So remove link.
Huh?
All right, so I moved my overlay off. As I said, I already have my home button with its link to slide 1.
Right, but is it in front? So you want to make sure that it's in front now of that overlay, because your overlay is the front now, and you want your buttons and your house, your home button to be front. So here's my overlay, moving it off.
I'll have to drag the home button off, I guess.
No, you don't have to. So here's my overlay. Here's my home button. Click on the home button. Okay, leave it there. Go up to arrange, order, bring to front.
Is your overlay on top right now?
Nope, I moved my overlay over here. See it?
Okay, my overlay is now off screen as well. Where's the shrink view button?
There's a magnifying glass. Do you see a magnifying glass?
Right here. You can click on upside down arrow and then click to fit, or
you can make it little.
If you click fit, it usually fits your screen.
Zoom out. Okay.
Okay. And then after you've brought this one forward, when you put the overlay back on top, it will link to it because it's forward. It's in top of that overlay now.
Okay, well, let me bring it forward because I already have a link. So I guess I have to undo the link.
No, but it doesn't matter. So here, it's all probably already forward. So put your overlay, put your overlay back on, and then click on your home button.
Insert. I have to reinsert the link. I deleted it.
Okay.
First slide. Okay. Now go back. Now I can't find. There's my overlay. Okay. I will make it the size of the page. Okay, so the overlay's on. Now what do I do?
Okay, so now you're working on your buttons, right?
Well, right now, since I don't know my phone number or an email, I just, the only button I'm working on is the home. So I just want to finalize this slide so that I can see if the home button works.
Okay. So does your home button work?
No.
Okay. Okay, so you need to make sure that you don't have 2 overlays. Do you have another overlay on this?
I might have already made that last time.
Right. Because if you have
Insert.
2 overlays, your stats could be part of your problem too. You should be able to click.
Oh, I picked first slide instead of slide 1.
There you go.
No, it's still not, it won't. Oh, sorry. The fact that I have to scroll down and select slide 1.
Right.
So yeah, I already have an overlay apparently on all my slides. So
if you used it, yeah. So now you just have to move that overlay off of yours to be able to access things, right?
So it really
eventually.
It really helped me to click on where the overlay is, change the color so that I could see, and then scoot it over.
Mm-hmm.
And then I clicked on everything that was under the overlay, right? And moved it forward. And then I scooted the overlay back, and then I made it transparent. Is that right? You got caught not listening.
No, yes it is. It is. I'm trying to make it right. I think.
Okay, I got a question.
Yeah.
Let me just show you.
Okay.
Share. Oh, sorry, you're still sharing.
You can override me, just go.
Okay. Oh, sorry, takes, okay, so I go to present.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and so, so that goes to about me like it's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
And so, okay, that
Right.
I don't, so the home seems to be going not, like, so when I click on this home, okay,
Yeah.
so that home works. What's weird is I haven't set anything up on that, and yet it automatically goes, oh, it's just going to next slide. Okay.
I'll show you what to do next to fix that, okay? But that's why you need to have your overlays, you know, on and link to the slide that they're on. That's one thing. And then I'll show you another thing that we'll do in a minute. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because I want people to get this part done. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure what this is happening is that it's just going to next slide since I don't have anything linked yet.
Right.
So.
Now it's going to next slide because we're allowing it to.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'll stop sharing.
Yeah, no, I'll show you in a minute. I can't get to my. Okay. So I'm just gonna let people work for a few minutes. I'm gonna try to get my links done so I can show you the next part. If that is okay. People working on that.
So let me ask Stacy, because you guys all have OSCA, so Janice is back to Janice. As a principal, would this really impress you? Or, I mean, do the parents like this? I just, seems like it's a lot of work if parents aren't going to use it.
So it's all brand new to me. I'm learning this with you guys. I think what would impress me is that you could teach kids how to do that, that if you were going to do a tech class, that you could teach kids how to do it.
The thing is, you're not just learning how to make a class app right now. You can use this if you're creating a slide that you want kids to not move. You're learning how to use Google Slides as well. And that's what I want you to, we're creating a class app because it's something that you can possibly use, and it's teaching you a whole lot of stuff about slides.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just the idea of this may be something that you can use. I think my principal will be all over this because he likes anything that makes connections with families. It may not be that every family will use this, but if it helps one family, that's okay. right?
Did you get a chance to use this last year, or is this brand new?
Brand new. Last year
Okay.
we were on survival. You know, we were just
That's
trying
true.
to get ourselves, you know, through what we were doing. So, you know,
What's the name of that site where you got all the pictures?
Flat icon.
that icon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know how I found out? I have it at the bottom of, because we have to sort it, cite it. It's actually at the bottom of my slides. Icon space and flat icon.
You know what? It's probably at the bottom of my slides too.
Yeah.
Hey, Kara, can I make
Uh-huh.
a suggestion to you?
Yeah.
First of all, I would be super impressed as a parent if the teacher had this. And then also, if you designed yours, instead of designing it like a classroom teacher, but designed it as a substitute so that teachers or principals could use it to find out more information about you, I think that would be really impressive and would look amazing to administrators and teachers who are reaching out for you as a sub. If your schedule is on there of the days that you were free, the days that you were booked, the experience you had, your skills, I mean, almost use it like a resume.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
And
Yeah,
then
I was
going back
thinking
to-
of putting it on my YouTube channel and also sharing. So
Mhm. And going back to what Janice was saying, I've seen a lot of teachers create like a Candyland game where if you land on different pieces, you go to different slides. And so by learning how to apply this to the class app, we would be able to
Exactly.
create more tools for the students to be engaged with their learning.
Right. It's just, there's so many things. This is just giving you the ability to do some of those things that, I'm almost done with this linking thing, and then I can show you the next step.
and so why do we want the extra box? Just so that it doesn't, I can imagine that otherwise they see every other thing we've typed on that box or something. The clear, transparent.
No, you want the other, because you want to be able to bring that to the front. It's
Okay.
so that they're not able to, you know, so that that overlay is protecting all of the icons and things.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's so that you're protecting the other part. See, I teach Google Drawing with my kids, and they learn about, ranging and order and trying to get layering things, and it really does help your students to learn these different skills too. So letting them do the building of it.
So when we're doing this overlay for our slides, we should probably wait to do the overlay until we finished the slide.
I would, and,
Okay.
or you can build it and put a border around it so you can see it, and then move it aside, and then don't forget to take that border, make it transparent.
Okay.
I think I found a shortcut. I'm not sure if it's going to cost me in the end, but if you create everything that you want on your slide that you don't want to move to, if they click somewhere, it won't move. And then you add your buttons on top, you don't have to put little overlays over all those buttons.
You do, because if you don't, they'll be able to click on the outside of the screen.
No, I put one big overlay over, but then I put the buttons on top of that.
Right, that's what we're doing. Oh, you mean, but then they'll be able to move the different.
No, they can only view it. I'm only allowing them to view it. They can click and then it will
Right,
take them.
I see what you're saying.
So I think I'm taking a shortcut. I hope it doesn't cost me later.
It might. I know what you're doing. but I'm not sure that you're gonna, I'm not sure. So when you have your links built on your website, whichever one links that you're going to use, just keep going down. Like I'm not sharing, so I can't. Let me show you. So just keep adding the overlays for your slides. I mean, like my schedule, I have no idea what my schedule is. So all I need to do is add that overlay slide and make sure that I bring this one to the front. So I'm gonna add that overlay. Already to the front. I'm going to go for transparent, border transparent, link it to the slide it's on. And people just working right now, let me know when you're done and I'll show you the next step. A lot of just, once you get it done, it's so nice because you can update it and it updates automatically to the parents' app. So I'm just gonna keep moving down.
That's what I'm wondering, Jan. I'm on the last one where it's telling parents how to link it.
Right. I'll show you. Just a second.
Okay.
You're going to go to my URL, and then I'll show you how to get that URL in a second.
So right now I'm at the point where I've linked everything, or I've done everything that I have. But I was hoping to find out how to put a calendar on there.
Okay, hold on. Like for your self calendar or your district calendar?
Good question. Because I could just link it to the district calendar, but I guess I was hoping for a calendar for myself so that you know, parents could see when small groups are going to be meeting and those different, and when full, like when we're having a whole class Zoom meeting versus small groups versus individual things.
Okay, so I just went and found calendar. Hold on, I'm almost done with this. This slide is getting really fussy right now. Okay, I think it's minus calendar. I'm just doing it now. So this is the calendar. I can send you this. I think didn't I publish? She probably wasn't here. Do you want me to send you a copy of this?
Would be awesome if you don't mind. How did you create it? Is my question though too.
It's on the web and I can't remember. I found it somewhere.
Okay, so just search for September 2020 calendar. Okay.
I think this one was built in maybe Excel or something. It looks like, and brought in. But you can, you know, I can send you this, a copy of this class app or a copy of the class app that I shared last time. And
yeah, I wasn't on last time, so I didn't get any of the stuff.
Okay, so let me share. The other one I have is different. Let me stop sharing and I'll show you.
And then the other thing I'm not quite certain about is when you share something, I know I need to like make a copy of it. Is that right? Or
hold on that. I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'll show you that in a minute. I just don't want to go. I want to do that all together because. It's
sure. Yeah,
so
no rush. I just didn't
know
what I'm doing.
You're fine. Let's see. So this is the one I shared. Just it's you can make a copy of it if you want. Let's see. Hold on. Want to make sure the sharing. Okay. So I'm going to drop it in the chat right now. This is a different one, but this is what I shared last time. I can get the chat to come open.
How do you drop things into the chat? Like if I was going to do that for my students?
It's just dropping the URL by copying and pasting the URL and putting it in the chat. Okay, do you see that, Jessica?
I do. I'm clicking on it right now.
Yeah, and it should have the calendar as part of that. And you can just copy and paste the calendar if you want. And you can change, let me go back to where I was. You can change the color of it.
Well, I see it said, so when it opened, it said, would you like to make a copy of Class App SuperQuest?
Right. Yes, because I forced you to make a copy of it.
Perfect.
Right. So if you're in calendar, if the calendar I gave you, you can change the color of the words here, the color of the September, if you want, by just clicking on it and modifying the color. So I matched it to go with this app here, different than the one I sent you. I think the one I sent you has purples and pinks and blues, right, Jessica?
I'll have to look at it, but I know how to switch colors and stuff, so
right.
I should be good.
So with this one, I just need to, once I get the calendar in there the way I want it, I can put the overlay on it. If I want to add anything to it, like I put our first day of school, it's going to be September 14th because we have a 2-week training for families that we'll be doing Zoom meetings with or Google Meet meetings with our families during these 2 weeks to teach them all the different platforms and how to use it and set the norms. And we start school on the 14th. So once I, put whatever I want on the calendar, then I can move my overlay back over, and it updates automatically to the parents because it's alive, because we're not forcing them to make a copy. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. I'm going to mute myself because my 3-year-old is starting to make noise.
And then I'm just going to, because I'm done with this one, I'm going to make my overlay for this one. Make sure it's at the front. Add my make it transparent. And then I have to bring that home button forward. So clicking on the home button, arrange order, and bring, whoops, lost that. Arrange order, no, arrange, bring to front. There we go. And now, there we go. Put my overlay back over the top. Doing the same thing. I don't know if I did it here. Yeah. So I don't have any news, so I just did the overlay across the tech news. Make sure my home button is there. It's there. And down to district calendar. Again, adding that overlay. I just went and got the PDF of our district calendar and put it in here. I didn't link it at all. And it probably is going to change, so I'll have to update it.
Cool.
Is anybody else doing that kind of soft start where you're training your parents and your families starting later?
The Medford School District isn't starting until also September 9th or something. They're having 2 weeks of training.
Yeah.
It may only be for the teachers, but I
Right.
imagine there's some parent training too.
Yeah, ours is, I mean, it's a lot of PD for teachers as well, but during that time, we're having family meetings too to give them what they need. So this one, I don't need this one to be linked to anything, so I just need to make the overlay again.
So I think I'm ready. We're just waiting on the link to the link button, I guess.
To get it for the parents?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second, I'll finish this and then we'll show you.
Okay.
How about everybody else? Are you doing okay, Jessica? Jessica there?
I think she's muted, I think.
Okay. Don't forget, I've been forgetting to add the link to the slide for your overlays. So make sure you've done that, because that will make a big difference.
I'm here and I'm good. Just trying to edit.
So, Cara, do you have all your links to your overlays done as well?
I'm pretty sure I did that last time.
Okay. How are you doing, Penny?
Yeah, I'm also ready to, look at that slide on how to help parents
Okay.
have easy access to this resource.
Okay.
Hey, Stacy, are we going to have any training or I guess, are we going to do anything to explain all this to parents? Have we thought about that yet?
Yeah, we've got all kinds of PD that has to happen before we start. But yeah, we'll definitely be talking about that stuff. We are not going to start later.
Perfect. I think we need to start as soon as possible. So.
Well, and we also have people that are concerned because this is their vacation. So
got it.
I'm watching that real fine line.
I got it.
Yeah.
You know me, I've been gone for 6 years, so I'm chomping at the bit.
Me too. Me too. Well, I haven't been gone, but I am definitely chomping at the bit.
Me too, because I want to know.
But I think people are panicked enough. They're either two different ways. One, they're panicked and they want to get going right away and get things taken care of. And the other are panicked and they don't want to think about it until they are paid to think about it. And I get both.
Yeah, I understand.
So Jessica, are you caught up with where Jan is right now?
I am. I just don't have all my slides done, so I still need to work on doing the calendar and doing my links page and stuff like that. But I'm caught up to enough so that I can see how to move forward, even though I might not be able to move forward yet.
So are you caught up enough to check your emails?
Oh, yeah.
Because I think I just invited you to a Google Classroom.
Yay! Thank you. Let me check.
Okay. Tell me where you guys are at now. Is everybody ready to move up to the?
I did not get an email, Stacy.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
I've got my phone if you need to text me. So
I'm just checking something, guys, really quick. Okay, if you want to check by going to presentation, make sure that your links work back and forth and that you can't click on, like if I'm in contacts, I can't click anywhere here. There's one more thing that I want to show you before you start that. Sorry, should have done that first. We want to make sure that except for our first slide, we want all these other slides to be hidden. So you're going to select your slide, go up to slide, and then skip slide. So now it's got like this eyeball with the cross out. Does everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
So you'll do that with all of your slides except for the first one.
Are you still able to edit the slides when they're hidden? Okay, cool.
You can do, this is for you. This is how you keep kids from moving on from the next slide. I'll show you. It forces them to stay on the slide that you're working on until they click to the next thing. And then I'm going to get rid of these because I want everything gone except for what I want.
I'm sorry, I somehow missed how to do that.
Okay, so you click on your slide, select the slide that you're not wanting here, and
Right.
then you go to slide.
Oh, go to slide, okay. Skip slide, okay, got it.
And so when you have all of yours are shaded out except for your top one. Okay. Then to get the link, the URL that you're going to share with your parents, this is where you need to see my screen up here. Do you see my URL right here? Everybody see it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to go to the very end and get my cursor. So it's a blinking cursor at the end. And I'm going to backspace all the way over to this to get rid of edit, okay? This is also how if I wanted to force you to make a copy of it, I would take out edit and I'd write copy here. And then I have a URL that forces that copy like I've told you to do it. But we're going to change this now to a present mode, and it's going to type in, you're going to type in present, question mark, RM equals minimal. Okay.
Okay, I can't see it very well.
I'm going to type it in the chat.
Okay.
So here remember, you're going to go all the way and get rid of that, all the way to edit, and then you can type in, let me find.
I can't see my URL.
Do you have like this arrow right here?
I have a single arrow, which only makes it worse.
You have to be able to see your URL. And so hold on, let me finish this and then you can show me your screen and maybe I can help
Okay.
you. Okay.
That was beautiful.
I'm trying to find the chat. There's more. Okay. So it's after you'll go all the way to that slash sign and you're going to type present question mark RM equals minimal. Okay. Does that help in the chat?
Yep, thank you.
Okay, and then when you get that, I'm going to press enter and it takes me to my app. And you'll notice down here, I no longer have that pesky toolbar, right? That was getting in our way. So now when I click on this, I can click through everything and have it be working just like an app. This takes me to Oscillus.
Okay, and so we take this link and we connect it to,
somehow you have to email this link to your parents or whatever, and then they'll open, then the directions for them to actually load it onto their phone are right here for Android or iPad, iPhone, iPad. They can
yeah,
actually,
I'm wondering if we can just include the link right there.
you can.
right? And so the parents get the share to view, and then they can find that link here.
Right, you can put the link on here. I just haven't yet. You could put it at the very beginning, right here. There's a link. You know, you can put a link.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or underneath, right here, you can put the URL, you know, wherever you want. But what it does is then if I go in and I change my schedule or my calendar, the parents, when they go to their phone, it refreshes for them. So they get it updated, which is kind of nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can add your news, your weekly news or your monthly news, or if you have student of the week. I've seen teachers that have put like star student, if they have student of the week, and they attach that to it. I've seen them do student work attached to it. They've attached their virtual classroom to it, to one of these links.
What about like reminders to wear your boots to the pumpkin patch?
I would do those down here in announcements.
Okay.
But you can, you know what, it's however you want to do it. So this is just basically, we're just setting this up and you guys can create the apps that you want. It's just a Google slide deck. You can make whatever you want, and your links become right here, become your directions for your parents or where you want them to go. So I would just make it as easy as you want. I caution you to make sure your fonts are readable. I don't like Comic Sans. Stacy makes fun of me because I use Comic Sans, but it's one that we use for kids that have dyslexia too. So it's an easier read font. So make sure this one isn't, maybe this one isn't.
Well, Stacy, you're going to make fun of me because my whole thing's in Comic Sans.
Well, I used to think Comic Sans was the greatest until my daughter in college said, yeah, you can tell the old people they all use Comic Sans.
Well, it's teachers use it because it's
and I like to keep readable. How creakingly old I am is top secret.
You can see how
I want the A's and the G's to look the way that they should look so kids know how to write them.
And you can, did you see what happened here? Because I didn't link my tech calendar, somewhere I was able to move forward. Oh, now it's not letting me. I was able to skip ahead, and that's not good. So wherever I was at, I didn't link. Because it shouldn't, see how I'm clicking all over? It shouldn't be taking me anywhere else until I go home. But somewhere I did. Oh, district calendar. It doesn't. So that's basically that app, you know, and I, like I said, it's whatever you want to put on it, however you want to engage with your families. So it's not different than in a Google Sites. You can do a Google site. This just becomes very portable. I've even found, I have mine on my phone, and I needed my district calendar. I didn't want to, it was so much easier to go to my app on my phone and pull up district calendar than to type in my school district and calendar and get it from the web. So I find myself using it.
I have a question about on the slides, does our homepage need to be the first slide? Because I still have that first slide I created that has everything separate.
I would just move that down to your bottom and then you should be fine.
Okay, got it.
Or actually just delete it now if you don't need it, because you really don't need it once you build your app. I just had you keep it in case something came up, right?
Okay.
You can also make a copy of your slide deck so you have the original one, but whatever changes you make has to be on the one that you're sharing the link with the parents. Because so if you make a copy of it and you're building on the second one, on the copy, it's not going to change your first slide deck. So you have, if this is the one that you've shared with your parents, this is the link that you work on and you update.
Jim, I don't understand on slide 8 on where we're telling the parents how to add the app is what we're calling it. Like I went ahead and sent the link that you said to take off the edit and the present question mark to my phone, and I have it on my phone. It's great, and I can use it like an app. But I don't understand this slide, giving them the directions this way.
Well, because some parents don't know how to put it on their phone like that.
Well, I'm not sure that I do either. I just opened it as a link that I sent to myself. So I don't know that I have it.
Is it on your home page now, on your app now, on your phone?
Like,
So
no, I don't think so.
that's what the difference is. So look at, I'm going to stop sharing. Actually, I'm going to stop sharing so I can show you my phone. So if you look at my phone, see at the bottom, there's my class app, just like an app would be. You see it?
Yeah,
The
that's
purple.
what I want. Yes.
That's why you use the directions.
Okay, let me try to follow. I tried and.
So now when I open my app, by clicking on it, sorry, it'll open up my app for
Oh, I
me
like it.
into
Okay.
a slide. Does that help?
Yes, I'll try to see what I can do.
But that's why you have the directions.
And you shared that with us at some point, right?
What was that?
Your class
Directions.
your Google Slides with the directions.
Yes, it's on the
Okay.
one I just put in the link.
Uh-huh.
Or in the chat, I mean.
Okay. Well, I went to that and all I got was one slide, but my computer's having major problems right now. So,
Okay, so
I don't know.
I sent you this link. So can you see my screen right now?
Mm-hmm. All I saw was a blank first page, but it could be my computer.
What are you seeing right now? Is that what you're seeing?
This is what he's
Okay.
I'm
So
having trouble.
if I sent you this slide deck, and on the very last slide is the directions
Okay.
here that you can copy and paste with the little Android and the iPhone. You can have or not have. Again, it's a matter of what you want to do, but this helps our parents learn how to put it on their phone to act like an app.
Stacy,
Janice?
can you let me back in?
Oh, sure. Yes,
Yeah.
somebody else.
Janice, can you let us know what to write? Because you showed us how to do the present. Can you let us know what to write if we want to send something as a copy?
Yeah, if you go up here, so if I wanted to force you to make a copy of this right now,
Right.
so what I do is, can you see my URL right here?
Yes.
So I'm going to get that blinking cursor, and I'm going to backspace all the way back, get rid of edit,
Right.
and type copy instead.
Oh, just copy? Okay.
And then when I send that link to you, then it forces you to make a copy of it.
Got it. I'm just
Okay.
thinking if I want to send something to another teacher, then I would do it that way.
Right, and not soppy, you want copy, but the other thing I can show you is if you wanted, so say I had, hold on. I gotta get this out of present. Hold on. Whoops. A minute. So I'm going to see if I can get this back to view.
Oh, great. My chat's blank. Oh, and I have both microphones on. Sorry.
Edit. It's edit, right? That's the way we want. Okay, so I'm back to edit now with my class. Maybe, hold on.
Jan, I got it. Thank you.
Yay, good. So one other thing I can show you is if you wanted to share this slide deck, but you did not want anybody to copy it or to print it or to make any changes, right? So you would go to share, and then I'm going to use you for a minute. Okay, I'm going to put Stacy's email in here, and then up in here, share with people settings, I'm going to take away viewers and comments can see option to download, print, and copy. I'm taking that off, and I'm also going to take off that. Okay, so now when I share it with her, I'm going to share it with you, and then can you bring it up and show them what it looks like? Okay, so hold on. I'm going to share it with Stace now. And
So you're sharing through email?
yes, it's to my fish gill. So I'm sending this to her, and it should come up to where when she opens it, she can't manipulate it at all. She can't print it. She can't change it. She can only see it. Does that make sense? This isn't something I would use for this app because you want to be able to share it, right? But there's other things. Maybe you're sending home a document that you don't want anybody to change, or maybe it's something you're sharing with people, but it's your creative work and you don't want it to be manipulated in any way. Can you get it?
Okay,
open?
I'm going to
stop
sharing you.
Yeah.
And start sharing.
Did it come out the way I wanted it to, though?
I don't know.
Okay. It should tell you that you're not allowed.
Okay.
It should be blocked out.
So view only.
So if you go to File, it should be. And it does, see, it doesn't let her make a copy. And it says export options are disabled. And if she scrolls down, she won't be able to print it either. Does that make sense?
I was on my other screen when you mentioned how to do that. So where are you going?
That's under share. If you click on share and you go to the.
Oh, I see where share is. Okay, got it.
And then go to the, hold on. Can I stop you from? Can you,
Yeah, do it. Oh, do I need to?
Yeah. I can't get my computer to.
I am screen sharing. Stop.
Okay, so if I am here, I go to share, and then so Stacy, I go to advanced sharing and share with people. Editors can change permissions and share. Viewers and commenters can see options to download, print, and copy. So these were both checked at first, and I just unchecked them.
Thank you.
And then you can also, under here, you can change, like I can change Stacy from being a viewer to being a commenter only, or to being an editor only, you know, so you have some ways to share it. The other thing that you want to make sure is that when you're sharing it with, this is the other thing, before you share your link to your parents, you want to make sure that this sharing restricted, only people added with open can open this link. You want this to be anyone with the link. Otherwise, your parents are going to say, we can't see it because they're out of the network from your school. Okay. So you keep them as viewer, anyone with the link.
So this, like when we're originally sending this out to our parents, this is what we're going to want to send.
You want to make this done first. And then you don't want to send this link. You remember you want to send the present link that we did, the minimal, RM equals minimal. This just makes it so that this slide deck is shareable.
Okay.
Okay. And then when you change the URL to the present equals RM, or present question mark RM equals minimal, then that makes it so that it comes into that viewing. It's different than just present, because when you present, you have that ability to manipulate with the slides with that toolbar at the bottom. Does that make sense?
I think it makes sense. I've got a little one right next to me, so I'm trying not to have my microphone on.
Later if you want. Right. So I just changed, so Stacy doesn't even have my stuff anymore. I took her off. You don't want it. And then I'm going to refresh, and I'll do that present again. So I've got my app ready to go for my parents. I know that my share, still my computer's spinning right now. I made sure that I went to share. Can't load because my computer's spinning.
Mm-hmm.
It gives people time to work on their stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I made sure that anyone on the internet with this can view. Okay, then I'm going to close out of that. Done. Now, up here in my URL, I want to go to that blinking cursor, backspace, till I get rid of to that backslash or that, and click present, question mark, RM equals minimal. And then if I return, enter, it brings me to my class app. And again, I do not have the ability to manipulate my slides with that toolbar down here. I just can use my links. And it should take you where you want to go if you have everything linked. Everybody got that much so far?
I love it. Thank
So
you.
I still can't see my address, but I was able to pull it up from sharing, and I removed all the way up to edit, through edit, and
Right.
I typed your present, question mark, RM minimal and slides, but what's this equals ID?
You want it to say RM equals minimal.
That's it?
That's it. No slides.
Present, question mark, RM equals minimal. It'll create this other part for you.
Okay.
Think about that. It creates that part of it.
And we go apply, right?
Right. And then you're going to copy that link, and you can put it in like a bit.ly to make that link shorter for parents. Do you know how to do that?
Yeah.
Bit.ly, LY, and that way it's a shortened URL to put in your class app. So if I wanted to copy, I could try it right now. Okay, good. I can see your screen. Thank you for doing that. Okay, bit. And if I want to shorten that URL, that's not going to take me to what I want. Did you do it?
Okay, so only after they've clicked, oh shoot. Only after they've clicked the link, then it opens that one where they don't have the slides.
Right.
Okay.
And I haven't used this bit.ly, so it's taking me. Any URL shortener is what I would do though. Okay, so how are we doing? Are people getting pretty much done with their, I mean, I know you might have things to add to it.
Seems to be working.
Good. That's the idea we want.
So so like right now I'm in present and I clicked on link and it looks like an app. And if I click on link again, it just opens another window.
Click on
Is that
what are you doing?
normal?
I don't know what you're doing.
Oh,
Can you share your, hold on for a minute and then share your screen, but let me.
Yeah.
Get this, okay, show me go ahead and share your screen because I don't know what it's doing.
Share. Oh, so different on the computer. Okay, so if I go to present, which we still have that annoying slider thing. Oh, I see it's loading for you. It's loading for you guys. Okay. But if I click on link, sorry, it's probably taking a long time. Now it looks like the app.
Right.
And I can click on contact, I can click on home, I can click on hi, I can click on home. But if I click on link again, it just opens another window. That's just.
Well, because that's the problem with having the link there that's hot, that's why because it will take them into another window every time because it's going to open up your URL every time, right?
So is there a way to stop that? No? Okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't doing something wrong.
So, because that's why I don't know if I would hyperlink it like that or if I would just put the URL and make them physically copy and paste it into their URL the first time.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't added the directions yet.
Right.
I just wanted to practice the actual
No,
link.
That's good for us to see, but that would be a problem because every time they clicked on it, it would open up a new window because it's just opening up that URL, just like you would open up your, Zoom schedule or your hours.
So, I mean, could I rename it to how to open it on your phone once? Or
I wonder if there is a setting we can use to open in another page. Because like when you make a website, you can open in another page.
I don't know. I don't know if slides have that capability or not. I'm sorry.
oh well. I mean, I'll go back and I'll add in your directions, and then
Or
I think it'll
maybe-
be fixed.
Carrie, you can call it add a bookmark to your phone or something.
Okay.
Yeah. And maybe put it on that last slide so that they do it one time and then they probably are going to ignore that slide
Okay.
with the directions.
Okay.
that-
Yeah.
Because likelihood of them going back to that slide after they've added it to their phone,
Yeah.
that's where I would put it.
Yeah. I guess you don't have it on your first slide, do you?
I don't. I haven't put
okay.
it anywhere actually.
Okay.
But I think it's a good idea to put it on that last slide because I don't think parents will go back into it. If you put the link at the bottom of the slide for that one, for your last slide, because once they've done the directions, they won't.
Yeah.
They won't need it.
Okay.
How are we doing? Does anybody have any more questions about the class app before I have a couple more things to show you before we're done? That willing
There's the same garden and the same garden.
No fair hearing a little kid's voice and not showing the little kid.
So does anybody else?
This is what I'm dealing with right now. I've got kids crawling all over me. There you go.
Yeah.
That's the way it's supposed to be, right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so how are we ready to see a couple more things? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to be giving you a slide deck that has all of the links to everything that I've showed you, but I wanted to show you a couple of fun things. When I was fussing around with stuff, we found some kind of cool things that you can use with your Bitmoji, and one of them was how to make yourself into a puzzle. So you can create anything, you can put any image in here and make it a puzzle for your students to put together. This just happens to be our Bitmoji, because we were talking about those things. So this is kind of a fun activity that you can do, and I have a link for this to show you. It's super easy to do. We did one for Stacy too. And you don't have to have this many pieces. If you're teaching younger kids, it can be bigger, larger pieces that they can put together. Another thing that we found is Wheel of Names, and this one was, yeah, we have a winner. So now it has all of your names, but it has the spot where you can import a picture. So we just did with the emoji. So if you wanted to do something like this with your Zoom meetings, and you can have, if you're calling on kids or they want to share out something, I thought it was kind of a fun little add-on. The slide deck that I'm going to share with you.
That's great because I've always wanted to use the wheel in the past, but it's always been import their pictures, and that was just like crazy.
This is super fast. I mean, this took no time to do. So I'm going to share this with you in just a second.
Can you go back and show what was involved in getting all the names on there?
Create your own, right here. You can type your names over here, import, I forget where, but somewhere.
Add image.
Add image, I can't see because it's over here.
Right.
Add image, and you can bring in whatever image you want into here. I see my computer's spinning, so I'm not gonna add an image right now. It's really fast and really easy to get to where.
So you're just typing a list of names and it's throwing it in,
Yep.
making the
Yep.
wheel match.
Yep.
Yay.
If you don't want to use names,
do
you
you-
can use numbers, student numbers.
How do you then get that into your Google slide or however you're doing stuff?
I haven't done it. I was just leaving it up as a different window.
But you could click a link to it.
Probably.
You could add a link to it.
Absolutely.
So like, I'm just trying to figure out how I'd use it, like when everything's live or whatever.
Right. You could have it, you could take this URL and link it right into it. You're right.
You could screen share, right?
Yes. Okay, so this is what I was going to give you guys in a minute here. It has the backgrounds that we showed you. And then some of the pieces where people were putting things in. But down here it says links and additional information. This is what I promised you. So how to publish it to the web without the toolbar at the bottom. I didn't talk about master slide. That's another way that you can build a slide deck where students can't move things around. It's just a whole nother class. But you can watch, it's another way to do it versus the way we were showing you how to make things. And the next slide has all of those links that we use to prepare the images for the slides. So the Pixabay and Unsplash for free images, the remove.bg to remove the backgrounds, LunaPic for photo editing, sound effects and royalty-free music, Zapsplat, I'm not even sure we talked about that, Giphy, we talked about PNG, iMage and PNG Guru, those are for transparent backgrounds too. I don't think we talked about that. Unscreen, I'm sorry we didn't get to this one. This one takes your video of you and turns it into a GIF. So you should really kind of have fun and play with that. Over is the app that Stacy talked about last time. And this one, extra resources, this little Bitmoji notebook is if you just want to when you take all your Bitmojis and bring them in, instead of having to search for them over and over, this one gives you a spot to put them so you can go in and grab them easily. Audio, this takes you to how I showed you how to add audio to your slides. This is a digital notebook that someone's created. Slides Mania is a great spot. This is actually a tab. Yep. This is pretty cool in itself. I'm going to use it for like staff. Because I'm forcing you all to make a copy. This is what happens when you make a copy or put copy at the end of your URL. So you can put anything. This person has her Bitmoji on it, but if you click, it's not loading. It's built just like we did our class app, and she has the tabs linked. So if it was in present mode, so you could have an interactive notebook that has math. You can have, she has different subjects for the tabs.
So your kids could be writing journal entries with that.
Right, right. So I just added it. We didn't really talk about, but it works the same way that your class app does as far as building it in slides. And that came from Slides Mania, and I could write that down. I don't know if I listed that anywhere. Oops.
And can you guys thumb up or down, or thumb up if you have a Facebook account?
I can't see anybody. Okay. So remember we talked about, thanks Jessica, talking Bitmoji directions. This was that my talking pet. Choose your own adventure directions. You can use Google Slides to create different ways for it to go. These directions are great step by step. We just didn't have time to do all this. Here's Book Creator that Jacob brought up. Book Creator, this is a video that tells you how to create it, and it's walks you right through it. This is the app for it right here. This is the video, a little YouTube video for using Unscreen. They give you step-by-step directions on how to do Unscreen. This is step-by-step directions to make an animated Google Classroom banner. Have you guys seen those at all? I can't see a thumbs up or down. Have you seen, you know what I'm talking about in Google Classroom? There's banners. Have you seen the animated ones?
I have not.
You write the name of your classroom and you pick a background picture.
Let's see if
So
I
can you share yours?
I'm gonna try, hold on. That's not the one I want. Oh, you know why?
Why?
Because I'm in, hold on,
You're in the wrong.
I'm in the wrong account.
So is it gonna take a minute?
No, you can keep talking. That I should get there pretty fast.
So if you have a Facebook account, there is a Facebook group called Bitmoji Craze for Educators. And they have just a ton of different people that are willing to share where you can copy their work. And it's just incredible. So before you go to the trouble of removing the background of things, sometimes it's nice to go through and see what those people have.
Can you repeat the name of that?
Bitmoji Craze for Educators. And it's an incredible group of people that are sharing all over the place.
Okay, I'm gonna be able to share my classroom. Oh, there it is. So which one? So here's my classroom. You see how she's moving? Right? So one thing about Google Classroom, this gray overlay is accessibility for ADA, so you cannot remove it. So people have been super frustrated because their Bitmoji slides look
So dark.
so dark. So make sure that if you're making any kind of banner for Google Slides or Google Classroom, that you make it very light color to begin with. Not the same when you're doing the Google Forms and Google Sites, it doesn't put that overlay on. And Canvas has ability to remove the overlay. So Google just, I'm sure they'll get rid of it eventually, but that's just what they're doing. So with this one, I used an add-on called, see if I can find the add-on. Called Creator Studio is how I turned it into a GIF. And so see right here, it says Create GIF. I had the slide deck, clicked on Creator GIF video or Creator Studio and then Create GIF, and it made it animated like that.
So awesome.
Super fast, super easy add-on. Let's see.
So there's the Facebook page, the Bitmoji
Mhm.
Craze is on there.
Yeah. So this one, the Google Classroom banner, this is just a blank template because it's specific, you know, just like our class app, we had to change the page setup to different sizes. So this gives you the banner blank template for the size. Here's the I'm a puzzle to make yours into a puzzle. There's the Slides Mania I talked about before. PictoChart is a great resource that you can make posters in. It's free too. A lot of people made those COVID posters in the PictoChart. Just trying to give you Safe YouTube link and ViewPure. This will take out the ads for YouTube if you want to add them to your Google Slides. And how to video drag and drop activities into Google Slides. This one is that classroom. These are those digital hall passes that I dropped into the chat before, but they're just there if you need them again. COVID posters, they're all blank now. Virtual spinner, this was the wheel of names. And Flippity, if you haven't heard about Flippity, I go in there. You can create all kinds of stuff in there free on Flippity. Bingo games. I think there's a spinner in that as well. I don't know what all, just tons and tons. And the last one was if you're using Canvas, I just threw some video links on how to use those Bitmoji virtual classrooms in Canvas. There's a whole nother way to add them into Canvas. So,
Can I ask a quick question to the people on here? Since I'm starting out, can anyone tell me whether they prefer Google Meets over Zoom or either way, as I'm deciding kind of how to do my live lessons?
I think it's preference right now. I mean, our district is telling us what we're doing. Check with your district first. You know, I think would be my first thing, to see if they have restrictions on anything that you're using. Our districts won't let us use Zoom right now. So I'm not investing a lot of time in Zoom for classroom. So I'm using Meets. Meets had limitations last year, but supposedly they're updating everything coming soon. But I would start with your district first to see what they want you to use or what they're allowing you to use.
Can I ask you, Jan?
I dropped that slide deck, the URL for it, if you want that I just shared with you. It's in the chat right now. And then I'm going to send that link to Kathy to put on the website.
And Kathy is in.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Jan. Can you hear me?
Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
You have it request access only.
I'll switch it. See? That's what we talked about all day long. Got it. I'll change it right now.
Yes, Kathy, we can hear you.
You can hear me? Yes. So I wanted to add to Jessica. Jessica, are you asking Google Meet versus Zoom because you get a choice?
Yes.
I think I have a choice. Do I have a choice, Stacy?
Yes, you do.
Oh, that's right. You guys are together.
I would have said, ask Stacy.
I was going to say first, ask your boss. That's a good thing. But I would say, right, whatever you feel comfortable with. I've used both Google Meet and Zoom, and I find that Zoom is easier for me because it's a little more feature rich for what I do in the work that I do, and I know it better than Google Meet. I was on a meeting last week with Google Meet, and I just because of familiarity, wasn't comfortable enough to be successful in what I needed to do. So a good answer.
All I've used so far is Zoom, so I guess I'll just stick with that.
Only if it's a really good boss.
Picture to be better in Zoom than it was in Google Meet. At least this last year, I would go on Zoom meetings with 4-year-olds and Google Meets with 4-year-olds, and the picture quality was so much better in Zoom.
I think if I had a choice, I probably would do Zoom. I just don't have a choice. So.
But Kathy, you guys were bombed this year, right? This summer.
And we were, and we learned a lot from that because now we have 2 levels of security. We're using passwords in waiting rooms, and if you put that level of security in and you know who you're letting into your meeting, then you're good.
And that only backfired on us once, right?
Right. And
Bernie.
Thanks, Kara. Mark, you typed in the chat nope a couple times. I don't know what that was about. I'm sorry I didn't see it.
Well, let me see.
Oh, you asked if we were familiar with some app, and that was a nope.
Okay.
For him.
Thank you. I just didn't see it because I was presenting. Okay.
So Kathy, did you want to talk to the group? But there are 2 people in this group that weren't in the last.
Right, and I think I just let T. Smith in the waiting room in to our lovely.
There he is.
But I don't want to stop content delivery. So Jan, you finish what you need to do and we'll wait.
I think we're done unless anybody has any final questions. You can contact me if you need anything. You have our email from the link that Kathy sent out yesterday. All of our emails are on that. So reach out if you need anything. We'll try to help.
And we
try to figure it out.
We really want to see your classrooms.
Yes.
That you make.
Your virtual classrooms.
Except for Mark's. We don't want to see yours, Mark. I do not use Facebook and Homer work. You're so funny. Okay, that's awesome. No, Facebook's kind of a controversial thing. So if you do use Facebook, that group is phenomenal. They're very generous, and you see anything from a room that we could help them with to a room that you're just blown away by how they put it together.
There's also Facebook groups like Google, elementary teachers in Google Classroom, or high school teachers in Google Classroom, Canvas for elementary teachers. You know, my Facebook is not a social thing. My Facebook is mostly for education because I belong to all these education groups now. And the Canvas group has been phenomenal for me right now because I'm trying to figure it out without being trained by my district, even though, you know, I'm sure we'll get training pretty soon. So it's just utilizing some of those things. I think you could get the same thing from Twitter, you know, groups too as well. Just helpful if you're willing to even just do it as a educational thing where you're not using it for social media. So any other final questions? Are we good?
Yeah.
So we're going to turn it over to T. Smith. I know you spoke to the first group this morning. You have many of the same people on this call, but 2 additional new ones. So try to change up that talk a little bit, maybe.
Oh, okay. I'll change it up slightly.
No pressure.
Yeah, I mean, my message earlier was, you know, inspire yourself, inspire your students. Remember why you came to the business to really change the worlds through your students and change their worlds. But I wanted to maybe give one additional piece to look at our chance to bring high-tech education and so our students can really use high-tech to learn better, and look at that as a way to bring up your disadvantaged students to a level of personal power and a lifetime power. Technology is how we live. I see it as our mission, or maybe I'll personalize it as my mission, to make sure that my students can thrive in a high-tech world, which is where they live. And so we have, when you think about equity, we have gender equity, underrepresented either through students of color, special ed students, special abilities, socioeconomic disadvantaged students, all of these equity issues that is our responsibility. Not only is it our responsibility, but it should be our mission to address those issues for those students and bring them to the world, a point of personal power for the rest of their lives. We have an awesome responsibility here. But the cool thing is that we are doing it. I'm preaching to the choir here because you've stepped up and said, hey, you know what, I want to do that for my students. So equity shouldn't be a burden to us in a classroom. It should be an opportunity. And the technology, the opportunity to bring them to a high level of technical functioning is an opportunity, not a burden. So in the past, I have seen someone saying, T. Smith, you got to do equity in your classroom. Okay, I have that, and it becomes maybe a little bit more of a burden than it should be. And I want to flip that. The equity for our students is not a burden. It's our mission. And in fact, those students who struggle for whatever reason should be able to seize the opportunities here with technology education and change their families' lives, their lives, and the lives of those who they will live with for the rest of their time. Go for it.
So do you want to talk to us about Oregon Computer Science Teachers Association and how one might join if they're not already a member?
Well, I can do that. So OCSTA has been around for 30 years. We are teachers training teachers. We'd love to have you join us in various committees and leadership. Look for opportunities to jump in and expand your influence beyond your classroom to maybe the rest of Oregon and maybe beyond through either leadership, being on the board, taking a different leadership role in this case. But the other thing is Stacy and Jan and the rest of us who have been around with the organizations for a while can mentor you and your peers as well. Maybe empower you to go to your administrator and say, hey, let's do this differently. Let's use computer science maybe or a high-tech education as a way to change the culture of teaching and learning. So the organization will partner with you. We'll hold your hand. We'll go with you. We'll mentor you. We will provide these kind of PDs over time. and personal mentorship through email and phone conversations. We will be a good, Oregon Computer Science Teachers Association's only mission is for student success. And we do that through our members. So become a member. It's easy, I guess. I've done it. I can't remember how I did it, but I can go back and do it, and you can do it and be a member. The member of the national, member of the local Computer Science Teachers Association, and you know, use it. And I'll personalize this a bit. I have used OCSTA as my main professional development in my career. Period. No discussion. I know that and I'm sorry, Sherwood School District PD, I know I've got 2 weeks of PD coming up, and it will pale in comparison to 1 2-hour session with Don Kirkwood, period, and Jan and Stacy. It will pale, and I will be. I'm very positive right now about the school district, about the school, you know, starting here with all the negatives. I'm not positive about the PD that I'm going to get because it will not touch what I need to do. I get that from OCSTA, and I have since 1992. And if I'm forceful about that, get over it, because it can be the same for you.
I want to say a special shout out. Thank you, T, for spending some time with us today and this morning. A super special, just heartfelt love for Stacy and Jan, who've been on these calls since 9 this morning. It's now 1:04. Everybody needs to go out and get a little vitamin D in the sunshine. So please, when you exit your our Super Quest today, go out and enjoy a little bit of that sun. It's been an amazing 6 hours for the last 3 weeks with you all. I hope we helped somehow to get you guys launched and started for the unprecedented school year that's ahead of us. Thank you for your patience, your time, your energy, all of those wonderful things. And again, a special shout out to Stacy and Jan. They didn't have to spend part of their summer helping us, helping you. And I'm just so delighted that we get to work with them, and what a power team.
Well, and it'll be so fun to see what people do and what you make. Because
please share with us.
Be awesome. Awesome.
We want to learn from you as well.
Again, we are an email away, any of us. We are here when you need us and even when you don't. And look for a survey to come out later in the week. We really want to hear your thoughts and opinions. And I thank you all. I will leave you now. I'll turn the recording off. So let's do that.